Ed McMahon, best known as Johnny Carson's sidekick on The Tonight Show, experienced the dizzying heights of fame and the crushing lows of poverty. During the show's run, McMahon reveled in the limelight alongside the actor, attending star-studded events and living a life of luxury. However, fate had a different plan for McMahon, leading him down a heartbreaking path towards homelessness and despair before his passing. This tale serves as a stark reminder of the ephemeral nature of stardom and the precarious balance between success and hardship. Born in Detroit, Michigan, Johnny Carson was the son of a fundraiser, an entertainer named Edward Leo Peter McMahon Sr., and Eleanor McMahon. As a child, he moved around quite a bit, but spent much of his time in Lowell, Massachusetts. He would frequently visit his paternal aunt, Mary Brennan, who lived on Chelmsford Street. Growing up, he didn't have many friends and preferred spending time alone, perfecting magic tricks and inventing jokes. His love for performing arts began when he discovered the radio broadcasts of Jack Benny and Fred Allen. This sparked his interest in pursuing a career in entertainment, which eventually led him to become one of America's most beloved television hosts. Before achieving fame and success, Johnny Carson had an eventful journey filled with diverse experiences. At a young age of 15, he found himself working as a bingo caller in his home state of Maine. This early start in the workforce was followed by a stint as a carnival barker in Mexico, Maine, where he learned to captivate crowds with his charismatic personality. To fund his education, the actor turned to sales, peddling vegetable slicers along the bustling Atlantic City boardwalk. These formative experiences shaped his adaptability and honed his communication skills, qualities that would later prove invaluable in his illustrious broadcasting career. His entry into the world of broadcasting began at WLCM in Lowell, serving as a stepping stone towards his television debut at WKOU-TV in Philadelphia. Each experience added another layer to his growing prowess, preparing him for the limelight that awaited him in the future. Before he became a beloved television host, Johnny Carson had aspirations to serve his country as a United States Marine Corps fighter pilot. However, military requirements at the time stated that pilot applicants needed to have completed at least 2 years of college education. As a result, Carson found himself attending Boston College from 1940 to 1941, even though the U.S. had not yet entered World War II. This college prerequisite remained in place even after the devastating attack on Pearl Harbor, further delaying Carson's plans to join the Marines. Despite these setbacks, Carson remained determined to pursue his dreams, eventually finding success in the entertainment industry. His story serves as a reminder that sometimes, life takes us down unexpected paths before we reach our ultimate destination. Transitioning to the post-educational phase of Johnny Carson's life, he joined the military after meeting the necessary college requirements. His journey began with primary flight training in Dallas, where he honed his skills under the watchful eyes of experienced instructors. This was followed by advanced fighter training in Pensacola, Florida, where he proved himself capable of handling complex aircraft maneuvers. As a result, Carson earned his coveted carrier landing qualifications and proudly received his Naval Aviator designation. For 2 eventful years, Carson took up the role of a Marine Corps flight instructor, imparting knowledge onto aspiring pilots who wished to conquer the skies like him. He specialized in teaching students how to handle the mighty FRU Corsair fighters, powerful machines designed for speed and agility during combat missions. Through determination and hard work, Carson successfully shaped young minds into skilled aviators ready to face new challenges. As World War II approached its end, Carson found himself reassigned to serve in the Pacific Fleet in 1945. Alas, fate had other plans for him. Following the devastating atomic bomb attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which eventually led to Japan's unconditional surrender, Carson's initial deployment orders were abruptly rescinded. Consequently, he never got the chance to test his mettle against formidable adversaries in the vast expanse of the Pacific Theater. Instead, Carson returned home, bringing along valuable experiences gained through rigorous training and service to his country. After serving his country as a Marine Corps Reserve officer during the Korean War, Johnny Carson found himself completing 85 combat missions and being honored with 6 air medals. Once the war ended, he seized the opportunity provided by the GI Bill to further his education. Attending the Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C., he pursued a major in speech and drama, becoming a dedicated student under the tutelage of Gilbert Hartke. During his time at the university, he also became a member of the Phi Kappa Theta fraternity. In 1949, he received his degree, marking the beginning of a successful career in entertainment. His passion for performing and speaking skills, sharpened through years of discipline and study, would soon become apparent to audiences around the nation. Little did they know, their future late-night companion had already embarked on a remarkable journey. And now, it was time for him to take center stage. Through hard work and dedication, he transformed into one of the most beloved figures in American television. His impact continues to resonate today. However, during his time as the sidekick on the show, McMahon held the role of president of the National Alumni Association from 1967 to 1971. He often made appearances back at the campus, especially for homecoming events. For nearly 30 years, his famous introduction, "An elongated he here's Johnny," became a hallmark of the show. This signature call not only energized audiences but also set the stage for the many memorable moments that followed. The warmth and excitement in his voice added a unique flavor to the late-night experience, making it a beloved part of television history. The chemistry between McMahon and the actor was palpable, creating a comforting atmosphere for viewers who tuned in night after night. Johnny Carson, the beloved actor and host of The Tonight Show, had many successful ventures beyond his famous television program. One aspect of his career that stands out was his involvement in various commercial endeavors. Throughout his time hosting The Tonight Show, Carson's sidekick, Ed McMahon, regularly delivered humorous and memorable commercials during the broadcast. These ads promoted a wide range of products, from Budweiser beer to Alpo dog food. In fact, McMahon's commercial appearances became so iconic that they extended beyond the show itself, appearing in separate advertising campaigns for these brands. Carson himself also lent his star power to several commercial projects throughout his career. His recognizable persona helped sell everything from consumer goods to financial services. However, it was perhaps his collaborative efforts with McMahon that left the most significant impact on audiences, creating unforgettable moments that added even more charm and appeal to the Tonight Show experience. The influence of Carson and McMahon's commercial work remains relevant today, serving as a testament to their undeniable charisma and ability to connect with viewers on multiple levels. Their contributions continue to resonate with generations of fans who appreciate the lasting impressions made by these two legendary figures in entertainment. Johnny Carson's personal life was as eventful as his time on screen. On July 5, 1945, while still serving as a flight instructor in the Marines, he married Elise Farrell. This union lasted nearly 3 decades and produced 4 children before coming to an end. The actor and his wife parted ways in 1972, citing irreconcilable differences. 2 years later, their marriage was officially dissolved. Despite the separation, Carson remained committed to his family, ensuring their needs were met even after the split. Throughout his life, Carson had several relationships, some short-lived and others more enduring. His romantic experiences ranged from passionate connections to painful separations, reflecting the ups and downs inherent in human relationships. Yet, through it all, he maintained a sense of dignity and respect for those involved in these chapters of his private existence. Consequently, Ed McMahon faced significant financial troubles that affected his life. The actor, who once enjoyed a lavish lifestyle, lost his Beverly Hills home to foreclosure after he fell behind on payments, owing around $644,000 on a nearly $5 million mortgage. This unfortunate situation was compounded by a judgment from American Express, which sought nearly $750,000 in unpaid bills. Additionally, a Washington-based company named Hickson claimed he failed to repay a loan of $51,000. The high-profile nature of his financial issues highlighted the challenges even successful individuals can face when managing their finances. After finding fame on The Tonight Show, Johnny Carson largely retired from public life. Meanwhile, his former sidekick, Ed McMahon, took a different path. Following their time together on The Tonight Show, McMahon became a familiar face on television, hosting various programs throughout the years. One of these shows was The Kraft Music Hall, which aired from 1967 to 1971. Here, McMahon had the opportunity to hone his skills as a host and entertain audiences with his charismatic personality. He then moved on to another venture, Star Search, a popular talent competition that gave many aspiring performers their big break. Apart from hosting shows, McMahon also lent his talents to other causes. For instance, he co-hosted the Jerry Lewis Muscular Dystrophy Association telethon every Labor Day weekend, helping raise funds for muscular dystrophy research. Alongside Dick Clark, he created TV's Bloopers and Practical Jokes, a lighthearted program featuring outtakes and practical jokes. Thus, while Carson opted for a quieter life post-retirement, McMahon remained active in the entertainment industry, leaving behind a legacy of his own. His contributions over the years have made him a beloved figure in his own right. In the latter part of Johnny Carson's life, personal struggles came to light that contrasted sharply with his successful career as a talk show host. One particularly challenging period involved serious health issues for both him and his wife, Pamela. Their troubles began when they discovered toxic mold had spread throughout their luxurious Beverly Hills home. This was traced back to a burst pipe, which had gone unnoticed, leading to extensive water damage. Despite efforts to rectify the situation, it seems that proper cleaning protocols were not followed, allowing harmful mold to proliferate. On April 20, 2002, the couple decided to take legal action against their insurance company, seeking compensation exceeding $20 million. According to their lawsuit, they claim to have suffered severe illness due to exposure to the hazardous mold. Their living environment had become detrimental to their health, causing them significant distress and financial burden. This incident served as a stark reminder that even those who appear to lead charmed lives can face unexpected hardships. For Johnny Carson and his wife, what started off as a typical day dealing with household repairs turned into a lengthy battle involving litigation and health concerns. On June 23, 2009, a sad day for many fans, the actor known as Johnny Carson was declared dead at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center in Los Angeles, California, according to his nurse, Julie Kone. He passed away peacefully. While no specific cause of death was officially announced, his publicist revealed that the actor's demise resulted from various health complications he faced towards the end of his life. Throughout his career, spanning over 5 decades, the actor left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. He became synonymous with late-night television through his iconic show, which aired 3 decades before his death. This classic program brought laughter into American households night after night, solidifying its place as a staple of TV history. The actor's charm and wit resonated deeply with audiences, allowing him to maintain his position as host for 30 years until his retirement in 1992. Following his departure from the spotlight, he remained relatively private, but still held a special place in the hearts of those who grew up watching him. As news spread of the actor's passing, tributes poured in celebrating his remarkable contributions to comedy and broadcasting. Despite being absent from public view for nearly 2 decades, it became evident that his impact transcended generations and continued to influence aspiring comedians and entertainers alike. Reflecting upon the legacy of this legendary figure brings back memories of countless memorable moments shared between friends and families while gathered around the glow of the television screen. Even now, these recollections serve as reminders of how deeply connected we all were and continue to be to the timeless humor and warmth offered by one of America's most cherished personalities. In the annals of American television, few names resonate as strongly as Johnny Carson. Born October 23, 1925, in Corning, Iowa, Carson's journey began in humble surroundings. His natural wit and charm were evident even in his early years, which he spent moving around the country due to his father's work as a power company manager. After serving in the U.S. Navy during World War II, Carson enrolled at the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, where he studied radio and speech. He soon found himself working in local radio and television stations before making his way to California in the late 1940s. There, he honed his craft, eventually landing a spot as the host of NBC's The Tonight Show in 1962. Over 3 decades, Carson transformed The Tonight Show into a cultural phenomenon. With his quick humor, disarming interviews, and signature skits like Karnak the Magnificent, he captivated audiences night after night. Under his stewardship, the show became synonymous with quality entertainment, attracting countless A-list guests who clamored for a chance to share the stage with him. Carson's impact extended far beyond the confines of his soundstage. He served as a mentor to future talk show hosts like Jay Leno and David Letterman, leaving an indelible mark on the genre. Moreover, his influence reached across generations, inspiring comedians, writers, and performers who continue to draw inspiration from his body of work. As we reflect on the life and career of Johnny Carson, it becomes clear that his contributions to the world of entertainment will forever be cherished. His unique blend of humor, intelligence, and warmth etched an iconic figure into the tapestry of American culture, one that continues to inspire and entertain us today. Born on October 23, 1925, in Corning, Iowa, Johnny Carson spent his formative years in Nebraska after his family moved there when he was 8. His father, Homer Lloyd Kit Carson, worked as a power company manager, while his mother, Ruth Elizabeth, was a homemaker. As the youngest of three children, Johnny had two older brothers, Richard and Robert. Johnny's interest in entertainment began at an early age. He loved magic tricks and often performed them for friends and family. At age 15, he started working as a magician under the stage name The Great Carson, which solidified his passion for show business. After graduating high school, he briefly attended the University of Nebraska-Lincoln before joining the United States Navy during World War II. Following his military service, Carson returned to college, but ultimately decided to pursue a career in radio rather than completing his degree. This decision led him to work at various Midwest radio stations throughout the late 1940s and early 1950s. During this time, he met Red Skelton, a popular comedian and television host who became one of Carson's earliest inspirations, and later offered him advice on breaking into TV. Television soon caught Carson's attention, leading him to move to Los Angeles in search of new opportunities. There, he hosted several game shows, including Who Do You Trust? By the mid-1960s, NBC executives were looking for someone to replace Jack Paar on The Tonight Show. Impressed by Carson's charm and wit, they chose him over other candidates like Joey Bishop and Merv Griffin. On October 1, 1962, Johnny Carson made his debut as the host of The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, kicking off an illustrious 20-year run. Growing up in Nebraska, Johnny Carson found solace in performing magic tricks for his family and friends. His uncle had given him a magician's kit on his 7th birthday, sparking a lifelong fascination with entertainment. In high school, he honed his skills by working as a magician at parties and events. However, it was during his time at the University of Nebraska where he truly discovered his passion for entertaining through acting and radio broadcasting. While studying speech and drama, Carson became involved with the university's radio station, KFAB, where he worked as a program director and hosted various shows. This experience allowed him to explore different aspects of the entertainment industry, further solidifying his ambition to become an actor. After graduation, he moved to California to pursue his dreams. Throughout his early years in Hollywood, Carson faced numerous challenges and setbacks. Yet, these hardships did not deter him from pursuing his love for acting and comedy. Eventually, after hosting several game shows and appearing in minor film roles, he landed the job that would change his life forever, becoming the host of The Tonight Show in 1962. Under his leadership, the show gained immense popularity, turning Carson into a household name and cementing his place in television history. From humble beginnings in Nebraska to becoming one of America's most beloved entertainers, Johnny Carson's journey illustrates the power of perseverance and passion in achieving one's dreams. Even amidst adversity, his unwavering dedication to his craft propelled him forward, ultimately leaving an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. Growing up in Nebraska, Johnny Carson's dream of becoming an actor seemed out of reach. He was born into a poor family, making it challenging to afford acting classes or even basic needs. But young Johnny was determined and resourceful. To help his family financially, he took odd jobs like cutting grass and working at a local radio station. Every penny he earned went towards supporting his loved ones and saving for future acting opportunities. When he finally moved to Hollywood, Carson encountered widespread industry skepticism. Many casting directors doubted his talent and questioned whether someone from a small town could make it big in show business. However, rather than getting discouraged, Carson used this disbelief as fuel to work harder. He spent countless hours honing his craft, attending auditions, and networking with influential people in the industry. His dedication paid off when he landed a role on The Tonight Show, which catapulted him to stardom. Despite facing numerous obstacles, including poverty and industry doubters, Carson remained focused and persistent. Through creativity and determination, he overcame every challenge thrown his way, eventually becoming one of America's most beloved actors and talk show hosts. His inspiring story serves as a reminder that success requires hard work, resilience, and a refusal to give up, regardless of the odds stacked against you. Let's journey back to the mid-1900s, when a young man named Johnny Carson started his career in show business. After serving in the Navy during World War II, Carson tried various jobs, including being a magician, before finding his calling in television. In 1955, Johnny Carson landed his own radio show, The Johnson's Wax Program, which led him to host several game shows throughout the late 1950s. However, things took a turn when he became the permanent host of NBC's The Tonight Show in October 1962, following Jack Paar's departure. This moment marked a significant shift in Carson's life, paving the way for stardom and solidifying his status as America's favorite talk show host. Under Carson's leadership, The Tonight Show transformed into a cultural phenomenon. Critics and viewers alike adored his quick wit, charismatic personality, and ability to engage guests in meaningful conversations while maintaining a lighthearted atmosphere. Comedians like Jay Leno, Joan Rivers, and David Letterman have credited Carson for inspiring them and providing opportunities early in their careers, highlighting his influence on future generations of comedians and entertainers. As time went by, Carson continued breaking barriers and setting new standards. For instance, in 1973, he hosted the first episode after the network decided to broadcast the show live across the country, a testament to its popularity and reach. Moreover, Carson remained humble despite his success, often incorporating humor about himself and sharing stories from everyday life experiences. Years later, Carson retired from The Tonight Show in May 1992, leaving behind an indelible mark on American pop culture. His legacy lives on through reruns still enjoyed today, and the countless performers who found fame under his guidance. Truly, Johnny Carson remains one of the most celebrated figures in the annals of entertainment history. Johnny Carson's artistic vision was shaped by his humble beginnings in Nebraska. As a young boy, he found joy in magic tricks, which later influenced his comedic style on The Tonight Show. His clever humor and ability to connect with people made him a beloved figure in American television. Carson's creative process began with thorough preparation. He would spend hours reviewing guests' backgrounds, ensuring he could engage them in meaningful conversations. This meticulous research showcased his dedication to delivering quality entertainment night after night. His interview techniques were unique, often incorporating self-deprecating humor to put guests at ease. By sharing personal anecdotes, he created a warm atmosphere that drew viewers in. These authentic interactions set him apart from other talk show hosts. One notable aspect of Carson's approach was his adaptability. Whether it was handling unexpected technical difficulties or engaging in impromptu banter, he remained calm under pressure. This flexibility allowed him to navigate through unpredictable situations while maintaining grace and charm. Johnny Carson once said, "I never wanted to be famous, I just wanted to be great." This statement reflects his relentless pursuit of excellence throughout his career. Despite facing numerous challenges, including stage fright and competition from rival shows, Carson consistently delivered exceptional performances that resonated with audiences. Throughout his tenure on The Tonight Show, Carson maintained a consistent tone that blended comedy, intelligence, and warmth. His genuine interest in others shone through each episode, making him a trusted confidant for millions of Americans. In conclusion, Johnny Carson's artistic vision and process revolved around hard work, connection, and adaptability. Drawing upon his own life experiences, he crafted an accessible yet sophisticated form of entertainment that continues to inspire performers today. By staying true to himself, Carson left an indelible mark on the world of television and will always be remembered as one of its greatest talents. Johnny Carson's impact on the television industry, particularly talk shows, is immense and far-reaching. As the host of The Tonight Show from 1962 to 1992, he transformed late-night TV into a platform for humor, celebrity encounters, and engaging conversations. His relaxed interview style made guests feel comfortable and allowed audiences to connect with them on a deeper level. Industry expert Robert Thompson, professor of television and popular culture at Syracuse University, says, "Carson really invented the genre of the modern talk show." According to Thompson, before Carson took over The Tonight Show, it was more focused on variety acts. But under his guidance, the format shifted towards interviews, comedy monologues, and skits. This new approach became a blueprint for future generations of talk show hosts like Jay Leno, David Letterman, Conan O'Brien, Stephen Colbert, and Jimmy Fallon. One notable aspect of Carson's influence can be seen in the way comedians have used his show as a springboard for their careers. Many successful comics got their big break performing stand-up routines on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, including Richard Pryor, Jerry Seinfeld, Ellen DeGeneres, Roseanne Barr, Jim Carrey, and Chris Rock, among others. For these performers, appearing on Carson's stage often meant instant recognition and validation in the entertainment business. Moreover, Carson played a crucial role in changing American culture by introducing innovative elements into his broadcasts. He popularized the idea of having celebrities play games during interviews, think Karnak the Magnificent or Stump the Band, thereby humanizing famous personalities and making them relatable. These segments also helped create memorable moments that continue to resonate today. Apart from shaping the content of talk shows, Carson left an indelible mark on the technical aspects too. Under his tenure, The Tonight Show pioneered several technological advancements, such as remote broadcasting. Such innovations enriched viewer experiences and set standards for subsequent productions. Former late-night host Conan O'Brien once said, "If you ever saw him do anything, stand up, act, even just walk across the room, it looked perfect. And I don't mean polished, I mean natural and effortless. That kind of grace is incredibly hard to find." Indeed, Carson's unmatched skill set has been inspiring aspiring entertainers since he first graced our screens almost 6 decades ago. Even now, years after his retirement, his legacy remains relevant and influential within the industry. Outside of his career, Johnny Carson led a private life centered around his family and personal interests. He was known for his love of golf and magic tricks. In fact, he often incorporated magic performances into his show, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. His passion for magic began when he was just a child, receiving a magician's kit as a gift. This early interest stayed with him throughout his life, even leading him to become president of the Magic Castle, a famous club for magicians in Hollywood. Regarding his philanthropy, Carson supported various causes over the years. One notable effort includes establishing the John W. Carson Foundation, which provides funding for organizations focused on children's education, healthcare, and social services. Additionally, after retiring from television, Carson became involved with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, dedicating both time and resources toward finding a cure for type 1 diabetes due to its impact on one of his sons. Carson's personal experiences shaped his priorities and informed his charitable endeavors. Through his foundation and involvement with GWF, he made significant contributions to improving the lives of countless individuals. By maintaining privacy and focusing on issues close to his heart, Carson demonstrated the power of giving back quietly but meaningfully. Let's talk about the legendary TV host, Johnny Carson. With a career spanning over 3 decades, he left an unforgettable mark on the entertainment industry. As the king of late-night television, Carson hosted The Tonight Show from 1962 to 1992, setting the stage for humor and interviews that would captivate audiences night after night. His impact transcended generations, making him a household name and a role model for many aspiring entertainers. He had a unique ability to engage with guests from all walks of life, creating genuine connections that felt like conversations among friends. This authenticity resonated with viewers, contributing to his lasting appeal and influence. For those looking to follow in Carson's footsteps or establish their own path in the entertainment business, here are some pieces of wisdom inspired by his remarkable journey. Firstly, never underestimate the power of preparation. While Carson was known for his quick wit and improvisational skills, much of his success came from careful planning and research before each show. By understanding his audience and knowing his guests, he could tailor his material and questions accordingly, ensuring engaging exchanges. Secondly, embrace change and adaptability. Throughout his career, Carson navigated shifts in technology, viewer preferences, and cultural trends. Rather than clinging to tradition, he willingly adapted and evolved, allowing him to remain relevant even as times changed. Aspiring professionals can learn from this example by staying informed and being willing to pivot when necessary. Lastly, remember that humility goes a long way. Despite his fame and accomplishments, Carson remained grounded and approachable throughout his career. His down-to-earth demeanor endeared him to fans and colleagues alike, fostering an atmosphere of mutual respect both on and off camera. In any profession, demonstrating modesty and treating others kindly can help build strong relationships and create positive experiences. By following these guidelines, up-and-coming talents may find themselves leaving their own indelible marks on their chosen fields, while honoring the legacies of trailblazers like Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson's journey in the entertainment industry began when he was stationed in California during his military service. It was then that he discovered his passion for comedy and decided to pursue a career in entertainment. After hosting various radio shows and writing jokes for other comedians, Carson got his big break in 1962 when he became the host of The Tonight Show. Carson's innovative approach to late-night television quickly made him a household name. He brought a new style of humor to the show, blending wit, charm, and charisma into each episode. With his quick thinking and natural talent for improvisation, Carson created memorable moments that still resonate today. Throughout his tenure as host of The Tonight Show, Carson interviewed thousands of guests, including politicians, musicians, actors, and athletes. His ability to connect with people from all walks of life allowed him to create engaging conversations that kept audiences coming back night after night. Despite facing challenges throughout his career, including competition from other networks and personal struggles, Carson never lost sight of his passion for entertaining. He remained committed to delivering quality content and pushing the boundaries of what could be done on late-night television. Johnny Carson's impact on the entertainment industry cannot be overstated. He paved the way for future hosts and inspired generations of comedians. Even after his retirement in 1992, Carson continued to influence pop culture through reruns of The Tonight Show and tributes from fellow entertainers. As we reflect on Johnny Carson's legacy, it becomes clear that creativity and perseverance can lead to great success. By staying true to himself and following his passions, Carson left behind a lasting mark on the entertainment landscape, one that continues to inspire and captivate us to this day. As we take time to remember Johnny Carson, it's clear his work has left a lasting impression. With a career spanning decades, he became a household name as the host of The Tonight Show. His interviews with celebrities, politicians, and everyday people were always entertaining. Carson was known for his quick wit and humor, which brought laughter into many homes during his tenure. But beyond comedy, he also showcased his talents as an actor in various roles throughout his career. From dramas to comedies, his versatility shone through in every performance. His impact on the entertainment industry resonates even today. Decades after retiring, new generations continue to discover and enjoy his timeless skits and interviews. Reflecting on his legacy, one can't help but appreciate the tapestry of memories and laughs he created over the years. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about Johnny Carson's body of work? Did you have a favorite moment or character from his shows? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content celebrating influential figures in entertainment. Let's keep the conversation